All right, guys, Lizard Jesus. Bringing you guys a double whammy, two videos in one. I haven't been uploading a lot lately because I've been sick all weekend and onto the week. I've been sick. It's been terrible. But we're gonna be talking about two things today. We're gonna be talking about ZL's investment priority as he got added to daily specials. It changes a lot about ZL, and I'm gonna be sharing my thoughts on who should be invested in ZL. Um, how should you invest into ZL if you do invest into ZL, and maybe he's not even worth investing right now. We're going to get into all of that in the video. The second thing we're going to be talking about in the later half of the video is my KVK4 that I'm entering. We're going to be going over my marches, my armaments, all that good stuff, as well as allies and all that stuff. So let's jump straight into it with Zhuge Liang. So as you guys are aware, Zhuge Liang has been added to the daily specials. Zhuge Liang, in my opinion, is one of the best 5511 commanders in the entire game. The value you get from ZL at 5511 is insane. It is actually insane what you get from him at 5511. Like it is gangbuster. He's one of the best 5511 commanders in the game. But he just got added to daily specials, and this changes a lot about a commander's investment priority and like where you invest in him, how you invest in him. And the reason being is for a couple reasons. The first thing is that when a commander is added to daily specials, he is devalued a little bit, not by much. Like it's not like oh, he's in the daily specials, so like, you know, like don't even spin the wheel for him. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying he is more accessible the moment you enter Season of Conquest. Now you can become a new player, enter SLC, and you can just straight up start buying him. So I think for an investment standpoint, I have already felt that Herman Prime was actually a higher priority to invest in. I genuinely think Herman Prime is aging better when it comes to a Archer primary. He's got the support tree. He's going to be marching faster. You're taking less skill damage. You've got once you get your rage going, you will kind of have like the skill tree. You're gonna pop your skill faster, and you will have good rage gen. But with the rejuvenate, you are gonna be having crazy rage gen once you get a couple turns going. So he's tankier. He moves around faster. And I think for an investment standpoint, if you're going first into SOC and you're a serious Archer player, you do grab Herman first. I do think you want to grab Herman first. I think Herman is just better. Not to mention, you can start investing in Herman and just buy ZL. I still think you can invest into ZL. The thing is, if you're a serious Archer player and you're entering your first KVK3 and you get your first Archer wheel, if you're a serious Archer player, like if you went the YSG route, or maybe you even went like Thutmose for whatever reason, maybe you even went El Cid, YSG, whatever. If you're a serious Archer player from KVK1, I think you are still safe to invest into ZL off the rip. If you are not a serious Archer player, like for whatever reason, maybe you maxed out Alex in KVK2, or maybe you wanted to use Alex Sun Tzu, and you wanted to pair Alex with LC or Alex with Ragnar, or maybe you went Skippy Ragnar, that's fine. I think if you're not a serious Archer player, because ZL is in the daily specials, and you want to start building your Archer March, I think at that point is when you're like, all right, now it's a good idea to buy ZLs. The reason being is that I'm still finishing up my infantry march. I'm still finishing up my Alex and Ragnar, my Alex and LC. And then on the side, I could just buy ZL heads and then have his head stockpiled up by the time my infantry is done. So then you can expertise your ZL or take him to a usable state in either 5511 or 55511. ZL is a very usable commander at 5511, let alone 55511. So that's where I think ZL falls on an investment priority. I do think he goes down a little bit into investment priority. I do think you're going to invest into Herman first. And I think Shadger Herman Shadger is a very disgusting combo. I think Shadger's pairings as a secondary is either Herman or Henry. I think it's either Herman or Henry. And the reason being is that you want Shadger behind a support commander. You want to have that enhanced. Shadger is doing so much healing. She's doing so much healing that you want to have it enhanced. She's doing healing every single turn. You want to enhance your healing, and you want to get bonus attack every single turn because you're healing every single turn. So I think that's where it's a pretty safe option to invest. If you want to run ZL, I think Herman ZL is still the play. I don't think Herman Shadger beats Herman ZL. Herman ZL, I do think is the play. I just think you're better off investing into Herman first. Firstly, Herman is a commander you do not need to expertise. You can take him to 5-5, 5-1 and actually and genuinely leave him there. That's what is awesome about Herman Prime is that he is a commander that you can leave at 5-5, 5-1 and it's actually awesome. ZL you can leave at 5-5, 5-1. However, Herman is a ZL is a commander you should probably just expertise at some point anyways, which is also awesome because this means that he's not a super high priority to expertise right now. He's not as high priority as he was when he came out, but you can go back later and expertise him later down the road, even in 2025, and he's still going to be an amazing expertise. So that's where I think ZL stands on an investment priority. He's not a super high priority now. There are other archer marchers that you want to invest in first, but because he is in the daily specials now, you can kind of work on him over time the moment you enter SLC without even having to invest in him, and that's awesome. So those are my thoughts on ZL's investment priority. Now let's get into the juicier part of the video, and that's my KVK4. So for those of you who do not know, this was my restart account I made so very long ago. And then I migrated to 1960. I sat in 1960 for like almost 2 years now. I think like 2.5 years or 2 years. Anyways, I was just getting bored. I was obviously not a fighter in 1960. I sat in Domain 2 every single KVK and I just farmed barbarians, which was kind of cool. It was chill. I didn't have to worry about meeting KP requirements. It was actually alright. But you know what? I just wanted to play a KVK. So I migrated back. And I am in currently, what's my kingdom? I'm going to show you guys the KVK right here. I am in 3461. I am in the Wind Camp. I am in Wind Camp allied with 3448, 3449, 3459. Hey, guys, look. You guys know that I've been playing since the beginning of 2020. I'm from 1858. 1858 is my home kingdom. I don't know nothing about these new kingdoms. Like, I seriously do not know anyone. All of my friends, I have friends in like a lot of older kingdoms. I know people in older kingdoms. I don't know anyone in these younger kingdoms. 3060, the kingdom that my main is on, that's the youngest kingdom where I have connections in. So this is very new. It's a very new group of people that I'm playing with here. Very new group of players in general. A lot of players are still running around with Alex and Guan, stuff that you see in really early KVKs. Like in endgame KVKs, you really don't see a lot of Alex's primaries, and you also don't see a whole lot of Guan primaries in endgame KVKs. So this is going to be a cool experience. Heroic Anthem, it's so fresh. Like, I still have Fog to explore. I am running the Ottoman Civilization just for the skill damage. I only have one march for this KVK, and it's a Cav march. I have a bunch of resources to saved up. I am going to be training troops before Kingsland opens, so stay tuned for that. But yeah, so I'm really excited for KVK4. The marches I'm going to be using is my one march, and that's going to be a Hyukyu Bing. I'm going to be playing around a little bit. I'm going to be doing Hyukyu Bing primary. These are my armaments right here. Very simple stuff. This is nowhere near complete. This is nowhere near complete yet, right? Like, I still want to replace this with something better, like something that has a double inscription. The stats are nice, but I'm really not after stats. Just very simple stuff. Very simple, very basic equipment. It's really not good at all, but you know what? I was a little desperate with what I had to work with, so I crafted the Mountain Crushers, got lucky with the Cav crit, and I think this equipment will be whatever. It'll be fine. Like, I'm not expecting to be amazing, but whatever. I'll be running Hyukyu Bing with Ethelfled. Ethelfled is double relicked, and she does have that 20% damage slowdown, which Hyukyu Bing is good for throwing down that march speed reduction. I'm going to experiment. I'm not going to run Nevsky. I did this in the past, and it's not good for the open field. I am going to experiment with my Joan. My Joan is only 5-1-1-1, but I'm going to experiment with her, as well as Mehmed. My Mehmed is 5-1-1-1, but I do have Mehmed's Relic. I have Mehmed's Relic, so we're going to be bouncing back and forth between HQ Ethel, HQ Joan, and HQ Mehmed for this KVK. Um, if you guys want to keep up with this KVK4, make sure you comment down below. I will keep up. I'll do alters. I'll show you guys all that stuff. I'm gonna do a review at the end of the KVK, like I do every KVK. But I think I'm gonna be a little busy this month. I'm entering KVK2. I'm also entering KVK2. In like a couple weeks. In a couple weeks, I'll be entering KVK2. So I hope you guys will stay tuned for that. Yeah, let me know what you guys' thoughts are for this KVK4. I'm pretty stoked. This is my first. This is my first KVK. This is my first KVK4. Since they updated it, so that now KVK4 is only with other kingdoms that are new. So that's gonna be pretty awesome. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this video. Let me know what you guys think about ZL down below. Like I said, I still think he's still worth investing. I actually think you can even invest in him later down the road and expertise him. But if you're not a serious archer player, you're probably better off just buying him from dailies while you work on your Ragnar Prime, your Liu Che. You're finishing up your Liu Che, you're finishing up your Ragnar Prime, or maybe you just start working on them. Maybe you just started working on your Ragnar. Maybe you're almost done your Liu Che. You could finish those investments and then just grab ZL from the daily specials. It's going to be great. I would probably take ZL to 5551 from dailies and then maybe expertise him if you really want to use him. But like I said, ZL is one of those commanders where it could be like a year from now and he's still going to be a solid backwards investment. I think ZL is one of those commanders where even for a backwards investment, he's probably going to be the best backwards investment. He's just got a massive AoE. 30% of health on one skill is just awesome, and everything else what he's doing is just good. Not to mention that his rage gain, not to mention his built-in horn. This works like horn. This really works like horn. This is like a horn with bonus damage. So ZL is really amazing. Excited for KVK4. Also excited for KVK2. Comment down below what you guys want to see from me, and I hope you guys enjoyed. Peace.